Oh boy, looks like more beloved Japanese franchises are falling for the modern audience myth. So, this tweet right here is pretty concerning. It says, the director of Final Fantasy Rebirth spoke the truth a few days ago. They now make games for a global audience guided by ethical reviews instead of prioritizing Japan and creative freedom. The term JRPG will soon disappear and Japanese games will be anything but Japanese. So let's see what they're talking about here. So we now create with a global audience in mind from the very start. In that sense, we are in a completely different era. What factors do you consider when designing a game for a wide global audience? There are so many elements that go into game development, from the story to every little detail in the game's presentation. We conduct thorough, ethical reviews tailored to different regions, taking the time and resources to ensure our work doesn't become a source of negativity for anyone is essential in today's world. Back when the original Final Fantasy came out, it was primarily created for the Japanese market, and its global reach expanded as it gained recognition. But today, rather than first prioritizing the Japanese market and letting the game's reach grow organically, we now create with a global audience in mind from the very start. In that sense, we're in a completely different era. So that's a very concerning group of statements, just flat out saying they are trying to prioritize a modern audience, a global audience right from the start. Instead of just making good products that organically expand into overseas markets due to their likability, we're now trying to cater to these global markets from the inception of these games, which is terrible. And we see this language about ethical reviews and also not trying to become a source of negativity for a bunch of soy boys over in the West who are offended by everything. Like, this is such a terrible precedent, such a terrible way to approach making games. It's an absolute shame to see some beloved Japanese developers and studios starting to cave for this modern audience slop that is ultimately only going to hurt them in the long run.